Coach, tonight you guys are playing the Clippers. What are some of the challenges that you face or that any team faces when playing the Clippers?
Well, I think their ability to score the basketball, the ability to put multiple shooters on the floor, space the floor, have two bigs that can be aggressive attacking the rim, playing above the rim, and a point guard who orchestrates it all. So tough things to prepare for in the game.
When you play a team that tries 38 threes, how much of a challenge is that? I mean, they've got shooters who can come off the bench and take it just as many as the starters.
Without doubt. So that's going to be a challenge for us tonight to not only limit threes, but make sure they're contested. And so we'll live with some shots that are going to be taken, and that's a part of defense. You can't stop it all. But hopefully we'll probably follow a game plan and contest some of those threes.
Jacque, are you playing better this early in the season than even you thought, or just better than we thought you would?
You know, for us, our success is measured differently. For us, it's the day-to-day getting better, and our team has really grasped and taken that approach very seriously. That we've gotten better from game 1 to game 4, and haven't been too concerned about outside noise. We ignore that, and we approach our jobs every day, whether we're playing a team that's supposedly the best in the league or not the best in the league.
Coach, when you were in San Antonio, both as a coach and a player, you guys dealt year in and year out being hunted, so to speak, by the rest of the league. And the Clippers are sort of becoming that now. How did you manage that as a player and as a coach as well?
I think it's more mindset than anything. I think when you come into the game, you come with an approach of doing your job, whether you're the hunted or the hunter. And I think when you have that mindset, then it doesn't matter who you're playing. And that's what made San Antonio so successful over the years. And that's the success that you get from whether it's New England Patriots, whether it's St. Louis Cardinals. It's that approach every single day. Makes it sustainable. You can do it over and over again, year after year.
Is that the same message then you're trying to deliver to this young team now?
We're getting there, and so there's steps along the way of understanding that it goes from possession to possession, quarter to quarter, game to game. So we're building on that part, day to day, week to week, and off we go. So that's kind of our approach right now as an organization.
Jacque, what 2 or 3 things are most important to you on the defensive end of the floor?
A few things, Michael. I think for us to have contested shots throughout the course of the night, that's a must for us. And then to be in a good position where the Clippers' 5 guys are playing against our set 5 guys and give ourselves a chance. So we want to limit transition. And if we can do that, we put ourselves in a position to play 5-on-5. We've been pretty decent this year. So those are the most important 2 things for us tonight.
Defensively, I think you guys are like near 10 points per 100 possessions better on the defensive end than you were last year. I know it's a small sample size, but do you put any stock in those numbers? Do you use that as motivation or as proof that you guys are making that kind of progress in the defense?
I am not. I'm the anti-bulletin board coach. You won't see me ever do that. Rare will you see me post something on the board, mention what a writer has wrote. We go about our business. We do our job every single day, whether or not we have bulletin board material or not. What I have reinforced to these guys, the points of we can play defense every single night. That's fueled our pace, being able to make stops, not have to take the ball out of bounds every single time, and not play against a set defense. So I think they're seeing the correlation, how we can push the pace when we do get stops.
How close is Tobias to coming back, and how pleased are you with the play your power forwards in his absence?
Tobias is still out indefinitely. And the pleasing of our bigs have been good to see. I think overall, from night to night, we've got production from our big group, and whether it's playing David West pretty well in Indiana, or whether it's playing a formidable front line in Brooklyn and holding our end of the bargain up. So I think overall, our bigs have been pretty good for us.
How's Duran progressing along?
He's progressing good. He's been suiting up for us, and so he'll continue to get practice time and get into a rhythm, which he needs to be.
You played for a lot of good coaches, both in college and the NBA, Doc Rivers being one of them. Did you consult Doc, or have you consulted Doc since becoming a head coach?
I talked to Doc along the way in the sense of he congratulated me. I think we both still have the same zip code. He's a Winter Park resident, and he's always been great for me if I needed to talk to him. But I take some of the experience away when I played for him. His ability just to communicate with people and reach different individuals on the team. Big part of what I think good coaching is about.
Coach, you talked about limiting LA in transition. How do you strike a balance between crashing the offensive boards, but also getting back so you can get set defensively?
I think that's a huge balance, Evan, is that we have to pick which is more important for us. And sometimes game to game you have to make decisions that reflect whether or not you're going to have offensive board or defensive balance. When you have a team that can put up 130 points, might be a little wise to have better defensive balance tonight.
Jacque, you were very complimentary of JJ when he was here, the consummate professional. Is that a trade that's kind of worked out for both sides? One of those rare NBA trades that kind of benefits both, because you got a couple of young pieces and he's in a good spot now?
Well, I loved having JJ in our locker room. I think with him being here, he helped some of our young guys to realize the professionalism it takes, the approach that it takes every single day. Whether or not it was his attention to detail in scouting report, whether it was him shooting shots after practice. That was beneficial for our group. But at the same time, I love the individuals that we have in our locker room as well. They've been good for us, and hopefully they'll continue to be good for us.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.